They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, no.
Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He had a minimal gain on first down. Now they stop him for no gain. What do you think, going in a different direction on 3rd down?
Could very well be. I'll guarantee he's asking for the ball 3rd time to try.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And take it right on the 30. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here we go.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson, that is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
Bengals 0. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Watson's throw taken in by Chark. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And the Browns first down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Watson. Being chased out left. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
12. 11.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, these two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
12. Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. Dancing, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
11 MT.
He'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
74-yard gain on the play.
21-0 our score after 1.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here we go.
Chandler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Gun.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
11 MT tape. 11. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Browns drive about to get started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
And, can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. A bit more of a somber tone here as they take the field after throwing that pick six. But, Charles, the bottom line is they still have the lead. They're still in the driver's seat.
You're right about that, and let's face it, when you throw a pick six, it's demoralizing. But when you look up at the scoreboard and realize you still have the lead, you kind of put that wry smile on your face and say, okay, let's just shake it off and start over again.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
we go.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
12. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Forced out to his left.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
The Bengals at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
They run it with Chandler.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
11 empty. 11. 12.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
11 Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start.
Here's Chandler.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Here we go. 11 empty. 11 empty. Take. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. On 2nd and a yard, Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now Watson throws another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
11 mighty.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to go up top again. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
36, Bengals 22.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
11 MT.
First down. Here's Burrow. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
11 mighty. 11. Go.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Chandler.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loose.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Chubb again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
11 MT.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Faking the give. Now Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
11.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
75 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 12.
Now Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
Here we go.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
11 Thomas. 11 MT.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A 56-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And again, it's Chubb. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Watson. And now here is another interception.
And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Gun. Shot. Twelve. 11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Chandler. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Burrow's throw complete there to Beckham.
Here we go. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To the air again, Burrow. Throw left side, complete. That's Chandler. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Binds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
11 coming.
Burrow will throw. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They find some open field here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
On 1, ready?
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT.
He'll throw from the gun. Drops this underneath for Chandler.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
11 MT, hey. 11 MT.
Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. He completes it to Beckham.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, it's Burrow. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
On 1, ready?
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12. 12. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Here we go.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
I'm 1, right? 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. On the move past the 40. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. Now Chandler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns 21.
11 Thomas.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
On 2, ready?
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow. Steps away. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11 Thomas. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, hey. 11, stop.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Watson. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Fielded at the 20. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Here we go.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ready? Ready, touch. 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
11, Thomas.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go. 11 empty.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
11. Gotta go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Browns, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
downstairs. You mean? Girl. I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell, now stop playing games. Girl, bring your downstairs. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go.
If God for me, who could be against me? I just scraped it off the top, got it out the road, out the dirt, out the block. Was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, know what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out the phone.
Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential.